Hi, my name is Jessica Anuskevich, and I am from Green Terra Botanicals, and I want to talk to you today about an encouragement infusion. It's a formula that I've created, and I would like it to help encourage movement in your life and also just keep your brain and your body happy, keep the blood flowing. And so, let me tell you about it. Basically, a lot of times I work a lot, I go to school, and I don't get a lot of time to relax sometimes, and I just go into bed sometimes and just come home and relax. It is all I want to do. So if you've ever felt like, basically just waiting to go home and take off your pants, you're just feeling overworked, you're tired, your muscles are sore. Um, so I think I want this encouragement infusion to help you with that situation and provide a tonic for you that will invigorate you and also that will help promote your circulation, because circulation is life, and when you move, or if you haven't been moving a lot, you'll experience life again. And so that's something I want you to give a try. And so my encouragement infusion, what's in there besides love, of course, is 2 grams of hawthorn, which is also called crataegus, and it's the leaves and flowers, 1 gram of ginkgo biloba, 1 gram of gotu-kola leaves, 1 gram of Matricaria recutita, which is also called German chamomile, and 0.25 grams of Citrus sinensis peel, which is sweet orange peel. And you'll infuse it for 10 to 15 minutes covered, and you can sweeten it if you desire, and you can have it up to 3 times a day. And I would like to say with dosage, basically, if the dosage is a little lower on these, and you'll see as I go through the individual herbs, because it's meant to account for synergy, where the herbs are gonna they act together as a team and they help build you up. And they basically, a lot of them have similar constituents or constituents that actually can work together. And so, I'm taking advantage of that with this formula. And I want it to be just something that is like a super food that can just encourage you to feel super yourself. So, the first herb I'd like to talk about is hawthorn or crataegus species. And here you can see the berries. They're traditionally used, but the flowers and the leaves are also very potent with these things called OPCs. And I'll get into that pretty soon. But I just wanted to take a look at it. It's a very pretty little berry on there. And so basically, hawthorn, the traditional uses, cardiovascular tonic, has a very long history of that. The eclectics use the fruit bark as a heart remedy for valvular insufficiency, and traditional Chinese medicine practitioners use it to stimulate circulation. Biochemical physiological uses of it have OPCs have similarities to vitamin C, flavonoids, rutin, hyperoside, positive ionotropic effects, so it has a positive effect on your heart and on its functioning. Microcirculatory activity promoter, so it helps with anywhere from the large circulation to the very small circulation. And that would be like in your brain, in the smaller parts of your body. So they're just as important as the larger parts. You want to keep all your cells fed because blood provides oxygen and nutrients to your body and your tissues, and you want to make sure that all your tissues are getting nourished. And this tonic will help with that. So hawthorn, again, cardiotonic, cardioprotective, collagen stabilizing, mild hypotensive, and anti-arrhythmic. Arrhythmatic. Oh, I cannot say that one. That one, basically, it keeps your heartbeat from beating irregularly. So I should just say it like that. OPCs are oligomeric proanthocyanidins, and they're condensed tannins. Tannins are something that they have that astringency type flavor to them, and they're like in black tea and a lot of teas, but they're also in hawthorn. And they're cardioprotective, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. The dosage and safety associated with hawthorn is considered very safe. 1.5 to 3.5 grams per day as an infusion is recommended by Bones and Mills, and there's no adverse effects. It's a class 1 herbs that can be safely consumed when used appropriately, and it may act in synergy with beta blockers and digitalis glycosides. So that's something you want to be aware of. Ginkgo biloba, it has the 2 lobes, which is where the biloba part in the species comes from. It's a very ancient tree. It's been around since the Triassic period, so it was around when the dinosaurs were around, and it has no living relatives. So, but it is an amazing tree. And traditionally, the ginkgo nuts were widely used in traditional Chinese medicine. Obviously, the fruits too are mainly found on the female tree, and they smell really bad when they fall to the ground. So you'll know if it's a female if there's a stinky fruit on the ground, and you may step in it and think it's something else, but it's the fruit. So, excuse me. Use of ginkgo leaves is due to the clinical trials over the past 5 decades. In the 1960s, German scientists investigated the herb for circulatory effects and found them to be especially active in the circulatory region. So, biochemical, physiological, platelet aggravating factor, so it keeps platelets from sticking together, enhances cognition and memory functioning, modulates cardiovascular risk, and the dosage and safety 4 to 16 grams of leaf daily. It's a class 1 herb, and use caution with children. So I put it more on the lower end with my 2 grams, and that way you can adjust your dosage if you decide you want more, or if you just want to have it more in the tonic range, like a real mild tonic, then you would lower your dosage. So ginkgo, anti-stress factors, something you might experience at work after sitting or standing for long periods of time, normalize an effect on cerebral ischemia, which is cerebral circulation and getting the blood flow going around the whole brain. It contains diterpenoid constituents that are found only in ginkgo, ginkgolides A, B, C, J, and M, and then also bilobolides. They work with the flavanols, and they're known to be anti-inflammatory and protect the nervous system. And the next one is Centella asiatica, also known as gotu kola. And as you can see, it's a nice heart-shaped leaf and has a very cute little flower on there. And traditional Chinese medicinal herb that has been known for wound healing, vulnerary, circulatory activity, antimicrobial, antifibrotic, central and peripheral nervous system activity. Again, the terpenes are present as far as triterpene saponins. There's a lot of them: carotene, pinene, myrcene, also flavonoids that are very beneficial, and the highest concentration of the plant parts. The leaves have the highest concentration of the constituents compared to the other plant parts. And historically and traditionally, chronic vein insufficiency, promotion of healing both orally and topically, leg ulcers, hemorrhoids, and the dosage. Safety is 3 to 30 grams of dried herb per day. So again, I did on the lower end. And then the class 1, so it's a herb that can be safely consumed when used properly, according to McGuffin. Then next we have Matricaria recutita, which is also called German chamomile. Very cute little member of the daisy family. It has a nice little appley smell, so it brings a nice flavor to this infusion. And it's spasmolytic, so it actually helps to reduce spasms in the body, anti-ulcer, so wound healing, also vulnerary, so that's an additional wound healing, anti-inflammatory. And flavones are found in this member of the daisy family. They're also known to be anti-inflammatory, antispasmodic, antioxidant, and antimicrobial, according to Gonora 2009. Dr. Pengeli mentions that the anti-inflammatory abilities of Matricaria recutita occur due to the presence of bisabolol oxides and bisabolol, which are sesquiterpenes. And they are known to act as anti-feedants to the plant as a primary metabolite. And then the other characteristics how it's a secondary metabolite for us. So that would denote what it does for us. Primary is what it does for the plant, because the plant has to help itself before it can help other people. So traditional historical uses associated with gastrointestinal and nervous system calming, externally applied for leg ulcers and hemorrhoids. The dosage is 2 to 4 grams daily. So I did go on the lower end, but I think with the synergy, it's still very beneficial. And then last is Citrus sinensis, or orange peel. And most people are very familiar with this plant, or herb, if you want to call it that. The inner white spongy area of the fruit is called albedo. It has a high concentration of something called flavonoids or bioflavonoids. And they form a nutrient called vitamin P that stands for permeability factor. And these flavonoids work in conjunction with vitamin C, and they are known to tonify the blood vessels and help to assist in capillary permeability. So that's going to help movement. If you keep your circulatory system tissues happy and you keep everything toned, things are going to move better through your body, anywhere from the larger to the smaller parts, and getting circulation all over your body is key for movement. And a lot of times, achiness can sometimes come from lack of blood flow. So the traditional historical uses, it was used to flavor foods and beverages, and oranges are just tasty. So you might want to have more of that albedo when you're having an orange next time. And so I want you to feel like this, because movement is life, and it's important to keep the circulatory system happy. And when you give tonics, such as my encouragement infusion, it will keep your circulatory system happy. It'll tone your heart. It will work on your mind-body connection, and it will just make you feel more alive and make you feel like you're getting everything out of life, because you'll be at your best, and when at your best, you'll function at your best, and you'll want to move more. So here's my references. Henriette Kress did all the pictures of all the 5 herbs, and then I did some of the other pictures. And so if you want more information, I would advise looking through the references, and these books are amazing. So anyway, I hope you want to try my encouragement infusion, and I hope that you have a fantastic day and that health is always on your agenda.